Okay, so here we are in the Williamson Gallery of Contemporary Art, and the gallery has a very fine and growing collection of Indigenous art. And the point that I want to make here is indeed, and a fairly obvious point, is how different these works are to what we've seen previously. Okay, now there's the connection to the early period of creation, but that early period of creation is ongoing. It's not that it finished then, it's that it keeps going. So the works that they're doing are about their connection to the land, their ongoing connection to the land. Okay? That is such an important thing. Now, the other point I want to make too with Aboriginal art is that, and we're not going to explore this fully in this brief session, the other point I want to make is the incredible diversity of Indigenous art from place to place. Okay? All around Australia, you will find incredible diversity of art. Now, for example, there's a very, very strong movement of bark painting in Arnhem Land in particular, and these works indeed are from that location. And the bark itself, the medium of bark, okay, everything we've seen today, I haven't been talking about in detail the techniques, but of course we've been looking at paintings and oil paint on canvas. Now we're looking at bark painting. We're looking at bark painting with natural ochres, okay, ochres that are made from rocks that have been ground up, that have been found in their country, okay, that have been used and applied to the surface here. So obviously there's preparation in that by grinding the pigments, collecting the pigments, grinding them. They would be adding the juice of the bush orchid, which was very glutinous. It would actually make the painting stick to the surface. And so, and what we see in both of these works is this incredible fine detail of work. We see cross-hatching. The word for that in their language is raak. So there's very, very fine cross-hatching. In many instances, this is done with an incredibly fine brush. And some of the senior artists today are still using a human hairbrush. Okay? And just a few kind of hairs. You may be able to get a closer shot of this at some point, but this cross-hatching, the raak, is just extraordinary in its application. Imagine applying that. Imagine doing a work like this. So this is all about country. Okay, this is all about the connectedness to the land, the stories in the land, the creation stories. This one particularly by Bronwyn Kelly is called Nalyod, the rainbow serpent. The rainbow serpent, according to the Aboriginal people, is the creator spirit of the land. And the rainbow serpent stories are particularly told in this region of Arnhem Land. So you see this giant serpent here. It's in a water environment, and that's indicated by the plants, the lily pads that we see here. But look at the presence, the powerful presence of Nalyod, the creator. And you see also water holes here. You see land indicated by these geometric designs as well. So this is about land. This is about their country, their connectedness to country. And it's also interesting too, because the ochres are used for painting. Also, the ochres are used for ceremony. So the ochres are painted onto the body for particular ceremonies at different locations. I don't know the kind of inner stories of this work, but it would most likely be to a ceremonial site. And again, think of the connection between the ochres and the ceremony. Okay, the connection to country. The one here is that these are both women's stories too. This one here is about the dilly bag. Okay, the dilly bag used to collect bush foods. Really, really important. And the thing I love about these bark paintings is the way that this one in particular, the way that you can see the kind of shape of the tree. You know, they haven't been flattened out. Okay, this is actually lifted off the tree. And of course that would be done, very respectfully. Generally speaking, in the rainy season, this was done and taken off the tree in a very respectful way. This is obviously painted on the inside. You've got on the back here, you can even hear, and I'm certainly not touching it, but you can see little strands of bark here on the back. So that wonderful connectedness to the land.